Is that the notification? Okay, good. All right, now let's see if it plays, because it's going to play on mine. Let's just see. It looks like sound's okay right now, because it's reading. The bar's moving. Yeah?
Yep.
Let's just see. Looks like sound's okay right now. I'm going to try to adjust my voice just a little bit. Okay, let's see how we're doing now. I turn it up just a little bit. I'm going to try to adjust my voice just a little bit. Okay, let's see how we're doing now. Okay, that looks good. Okay. Okay, so I apologize. We're 15, 16 minutes late into this thing. And that's just, we had some technical difficulties. I'm not sure what was going on with the sound, but hopefully you guys are still all in here. You know, I saw your guys' comments earlier, and that's okay. You know, we started this thing, and it just didn't work out right at first. And sound was definitely an issue, but let me know. You guys were good enough to let me know pretty early that this wasn't going on. So this was going on. So that was pretty exciting to see that you guys were able to stop that before I went too far into this thing. It's not exactly too late, but hopefully we can get going here tonight. So tonight, like last week, we're going to have our poll survey. So in order to be eligible to win any of the 5 items that I posted on Instagram about, and they're right there behind me, got to answer the poll survey in the Google form. It's a survey down here in the description box of this video. So go answer that. There's some of you guys that have already done that already, and that's awesome. So I want to kind of describe how tonight's going to work. So we decided last week, and my girlfriend brought up the idea of possibly doing, because she comes up with all these ideas, and she's the genius behind like my knowledge of football. So we came up with this idea to give away like a bunch of small prizes, and we always give away several small prizes packed together, or a couple of big ones every now and then, like how we usually do. But I decided to come up with 5 topics. This is why it's called lightning topics, so we're going to kind of go through these pretty fast tonight. You know, one topic may not last very long, and we'll have a giveaway right after it, and then we'll start up another topic and then have another giveaway, and there will be a few things sprinkled in that I think you guys will like. So we have 5 topics tonight. It looks like everything is going well. You guys are commenting, girlfriend's in here, asking. I think it's all working out. I'm going to just check one last time. Okay, I think we're good. My Fufu Killer said something went wrong. It's probably just YouTube. It looks like everything on my end. Just keep trying. I'm not sure, because sometimes internet connection can vary. If you're on the road somewhere, or if you're, on your phone, that can all different kinds of things can kind of play out in order for that to happen. Like I can't hardly watch anything, any live streams that I watch. Like some people out watch live stream, but they don't do that very often. Anyway, so here are some kind of rules about the lightning giveaway. So we're gonna give away 5 things tonight, and I'll kind of, each one will be a different one. I'm gonna pick random number from the list. Go ahead and get the random number, because we are going to have an early bird giveaway. All right, so whoever's in there right now, it's probably going to be, after I do my first topic, is going to be the winner. So we're going to go ahead and do the early bird giveaway. Let's just go ahead and give away the early bird. The early bird giveaway is going to be at this item. We're giving away a Nike Hyper Strong padded sleeve. You might remember this item earlier in the summer. We used, this was one of the items I picked up as a part of the, it was a part of my run to do the the $75 player budget, and this was one of those items we kind of found. It didn't exactly make the mark, but it was featured. Later on. But we're going to go ahead and give away the early bird giveaway for you guys being in here and being a part of the notification squad. This is going to be the early bird giveaway. We're going to do this one. See what we've got in here. See how many responses we have already. We already have 7, so that's awesome. So here are kind of the rules for tonight's giveaway. So you've got to answer the poll survey, the questions. There's like 5 questions. It's not a lot to answer. You've got to be present to win. So when I call your name, you've got to respond. It's like being absent to class. If you're not here, like you're not getting it. All right. You've got to be present to win. And then one win. So like if you're in here all night, you can only get one. You can only get one item. And that just to kind of spread the. That's just going to spread the wealth around, I guess, as we'll say. So we've got 5 viewers. I've got 8 responses. So somebody in here right now is about to win, and you guys are getting a very early bird special here for being in here early. Okay, so here we go. We're going to pick a random number between 1 through 8. Delete this row. Actually, we'll do this where I'm not confusing myself. We're doing since the first thing on the Excel sheet is 1. We're gonna go 2 through 9. So there's a total of 8. So we'll start with number 2 and go to number 9. Random number is 7. The 7th person is Baseball Kid 55. So I believe Baseball Kid 55 won last week, but not gotten in touch with me about your giveaway winnings from last week. But Baseball Kid 55, you've been selected as the early bird winner. Yeah, he did. Where's my tape and chin? Hey, I never got your information about that. So, unless it was on Instagram and I just haven't noticed because it's been a very busy week and I don't really get on Instagram other than it's probably right now. Yeah, I've not gotten back anything from you. So now you need to get back in touch with me since you're in here. Yeah, so this is it. It is a size, I should mention, it is kind of a bigger size. It's a large, extra large, so may have to grow into it a little bit. But regardless, it's a great item to have. It's free. That's the best kind of gift you can ask for. All right, so that's the early bird special. But let me get into my first topic. So we have 4 more things to give away, and they're all back here behind us. We got a couple battle mouth guards in gold. We got a predator in gold, and then we got a couple of pink items. We got some pink eye black that we're gonna give, or pink eye black stuff, the stickers that you can ride on. We're gonna give that away, and then we're gonna give away an Under Armour chin pad in pink. You're gonna get another chance. So everybody stay in here. Your numbers aren't going to change as far as your responses, but we'll have more people get in here. So excited about that. Okay. All right. So let's continue on. So my first topic of the night is how you're going to make the final push at the end of the season. One thing that I want to mention beforehand, if you guys have questions, sprinkle them in throughout, because in topic 4, we're going to have a Q&A session. And if you guys don't have a lot of questions, I'm going to go make fun of some of my commenters that I get on YouTube. So that'll probably be we'll kind of split that up. But the first topic of the night, we've already given away our early bird. Go ahead and write the name down. Baseball Kid 55 was our winner for that one. So making the push, the final push at the end of the season. So just kind of, I started thinking about this one today. I have guaranteed, coaching-wise, 3 games left of my season on Friday nights. I've got a couple more JV action games. I've got junior high games that'll last. We got 3 more of those. So really a total of about 8 games in a span of 3 weeks. And it's all about to get really hectic. And really we have to win our next 3 games, possibly 2 out of 3 to go to advance our season. And that's kind of where we're at. We lost a tough heartbreaker last night. It was tough. We were out in the lead real early in the game. Everything was working on all cylinders. I think it's the best we played all year around, defensively and offensively. Even special teams wise, we had, and special teams was the one thing that got us last night. Onside kicks. Teams that kick onside kicks every single down, every single time they get up on kickoff, just drive me insane. We have the kids to be able to put it deep and put it in the end zone every time, and you start on the 20-yard line. Like, that's how I want to play defense. And I hate having to possibly give it up right there on the 40 and the 50-yard line. I hate it. Hate it with a passion. I wish it was outlawed in the game. It's not. It's a part of the game. I think it's ridiculous. And it's just like, I don't know. I'm getting off topic, but regardless, our season changed last night because of such a heartbreaking loss. And we don't feel down about it. I was pretty down about it after the game. I got better. But something that I heard early on this season, and that's kind of helped me get through, the tough season of losing every now and then and winning one. Like, we won a game on Thursday night, and it was very exciting. Our junior high kids won a game. They hadn't won a game in several weeks, since like week 2. So they had been on like a 5-game losing streak. And we got a win on Thursday night, and it was great. We soundedly beat a team, and it was a lot of fun. So I did kind of forget about that game. That game was a good and special game to us. So it didn't, like, I guess I should really think back to my week. It really was a good week all around. But Friday night, it's like the last thing of the season. Not the last thing of the season, but the last it's what you take into the weekend, and that's what was hard about Friday night. But the thing that I was saying is, you've got to stay the course of the season. You can't quit now. Like, we're too far into this thing to quit now. Like, no matter how the season wraps up, and some of you guys may be looking like close to the playoffs. Like, we're still 3 weeks out. You may be a week or 2 ahead of me, or maybe behind, just based on where you're at. But like, this is a video that I was wanting to put out, or probably a live stream or something, about just this topic, but I wanted to kind of touch on it today. But just making that final push for the end of your season, whether you're into the season, you kind of have an idea about what's about to happen, or if you know that, hey, the playoffs are coming around. Like, okay, that's kind of one of those deals, like, where the season's going good, and then you start to kind of think about it. You're winning games, you've lost maybe a couple, but then you're just like, hey, we got a chance. Playoffs are coming. Like, that's an exciting feeling, and I hope that we get the chance to do it and get to go to the playoffs. I've not went to the playoffs as a player or coach since my senior year, and that's been a long time without the playoffs, because anything can happen. If you've never been to the playoffs, it's amazing. Like, I've been in all environments. I've not been to the big game. I've watched state playoff games, state championship games, and they're exciting. Even if it's just in like basketball or soccer, football, other sports. I've watched it all. It's a lot of fun. But stay the course. Stay the course of your season. No matter how it's going, no matter how it's going to end, you have to stay the course, just to, say you did it. You're going to have takeaways, whether they're good or bad, from this season, and it's going to build you as a person. That's everything about football in itself defines what we do. And I think, just speaking to you guys that love football, if you love football right now, you're watching this and you're listening to this and you're learning from it. Like, that's why we play the game. That's why we love the game. And that's kind of what will really bring me into my next topic. But we're going to make mistakes. I make mistakes as a coach. Players make mistakes all the time. And we've got to improve on our previous mistakes in order to stay the course and make this final push at the end of the season. And it all comes back, staying the course. It kind of also goes with finish what you start. You have to finish, what you start to complete this thing. And it'll make you feel a lot better if you finish what you start. And that's how I have always thought of it. And it's just a lot of fun. And I love doing what I do, especially with you guys on here. This is a lot of fun. And I've not given up on you guys as far as how things have gone. And this is just fun to me. So I'm staying the course. I'm finishing what I start. I'm at least trying on this channel. But this is kind of like the format we're going at. And I think we get a lot of good out of doing this style of video. So that wraps up topic 1. If you miss any of the topics, this video will get re-uploaded onto YouTube, and it'll be a video you can go back and watch at any time and catch these topics. But our second topic is increasing your football IQ. Our giveaway that we're going to do, we'll give away the Under Armour shin pad as our next giveaway. So I'm going to do that giveaway at the end of this topic once I get done. And if you guys have questions throughout the video, topic 4 is going to be our question and answer session. Topic 4 will just be where I'll answer all your guys' questions. And if we have time, we'll go make fun of some YouTube comments that I get, because I've gotten a lot of dumb ones here lately, and I think it's a good time to expose some stupidity that I get sometimes on my channel. And it's not sometimes it's stupidity, it's just like, it's grammar that killed me. I say that kill me. I'm not very good at grammar either, but it's bad. It's bad, and it's funny, but it'll just make us smile by the end of the night. There is one more thing that if this happens tonight, we're going to have another giveaway. We're going to have, let me just say this. We're going to have an extra giveaway if this happens tonight. So every time we at least live stream for at least an hour, there's always a spam bot. Last week it was some like mafia kind of game. I don't know. But it was basically like telling us to go play this game. And we've not had okay. I'm gonna have to clear up some things with a couple of your question and answers. I do see a couple that I'm gonna have to take care of. Anyway, there's if we get a spam bot tonight, something really random or something really weird happens in the live chat, we're gonna have a bonus giveaway for next week. So that's kind of where we're going at with that. So my topic 2 is increasing your football IQ. This is something that I've noticed with my own players and just being a coach in general. And this is the thing about football. And I had a question that I asked you guys that I'm going to kind of get your poll results on. But I asked you guys, how many football games do you watch per week, whether it's college, NFL, high school? Like, what do you watch as football? Now, if I count Huddle and I count 2 or 3 games that I break down per week of another team, and I include myself, I'm somewhere in the near 5 or more, 6 or more. It just depends. I don't hardly watch any on TV. Sometimes I do if I'm at someone else's house and they've got the game on, like that's usually a time. But I don't really sit down and watch a football game from start to end, and it only deals with my job. Now, whenever I didn't have a job and was, just a college student and in high school, I watched football games all the time. It's like how I learned how to play football. I learned how to play football from a pretty early age. And that kind of goes into one of the other topics, or one of the questions I had on the poll result, or the poll survey, was how did you learn to play football? Did you watch TV, learn? Do you have videos, internet, video games? Like, I can vividly remember playing Madden, like 2001, 2002, and like some of the early NCAA games. And I learned kind of a lot about football just from playing video games. And then you kind of take that to school and you teach other kids that. And then by a few years later, we were playing football, at recess, and, you're starting to learn like first down, second down. You just kind of know the process of how the game works. But when you really break down football IQ, it's got to come back to like, hey, you need to start paying attention to like how the game plays out, where you line up, where like the thing that kills me and kids that, and this is something that I didn't really think that I had to teach my kids, like when I started coaching. But whenever, let's say you give up a touchdown and you were on defense, you give up a touchdown, they kick the extra point. All right, now you have kickoff return. Well, where do you line up for kickoff return? Do you line up on the far side of the field or the short side of the field that you just came off of? So sometimes kids would be running off on the far end. And so you're always defending your end zone. So at the beginning of the game, when you win or lose the coin toss, you get one team will get to choose what side they want to defend. And that's the side that you'll defend. Kind of once the ball switches, you'll get to pick that first, and it'll play into effect later. So there's kind of some football strategy that coach uses to do that. I always defend the scoreboard. If we win the toss, or if we don't win, I want to defend the scoreboard, just because, like, if we're driving late, we'll be able to see the scoreboard. That's kind of an old trick. I'm not one of those, like, if I'm coaching the game, if I'm the head coach, I want the ball first. Like, if I'm the defensive coordinator like I am now, I want to play defense first. Like, there's kind of different ideas and thoughts to all of this, but basically your football IQ comes down to how much football and how much literature you read, whether you watch videos. I increase my football IQ all the time. And I probably, not saying this to like gloat or anything, but I probably, being how old that I am and how long that I've been coaching, I probably know more football knowledge than the common person or you guys that are watching. And some of you guys may know everything about the game, from start to finish. The thing that it kind of comes down to later, once you I wish I could say there's like different levels of football IQ. But when you start getting into like a coach mindset and you start to look at defenses and you look at how offenses line up and you look at common plays, like that's when it starts to increase. Like, everything in football has a certain way that it's done. Like, you can only run the ball so many ways. You can't really reinvent the wheel. Like, there's power plays, there's ISO plays, there's trap plays, there's sweeps, sneaks, like all of that. Like, and then there's all these passing concepts, which get kind of crazy. I try to keep it simple with pass concepts. And then football defense. There's only so many defenses you can truly get into. And one guy that I follow and watch says there's only 4 true defenses, because you have an odd front, an even front, and you're either a 2-gap or a 1-gap scheme. And that's all the defenses are. Like, they have all these fancy names, but like there's truly only 4 defenses you can actually be in. And that's kind of a football IQ thing. But I study football. I read football. I read books. I read stuff online. I read blog posts. I watch videos. I buy DVDs of coaches' clinics, and I go to things. I go to clinics in the spring and in the winter. Now, I had a video to kind of share with you guys about me going to a clinic and learning all this stuff, and just and that'll be something I'll eventually have to post because I never got around to doing it. But that'll be kind of an idea. And I do have ideas about making football IQ videos. And so that may be a thing we do in the future. So if you've not, because I know we've got several people in here right now, and I'm not really looking at your comments. I'm just kind of going through everything, but I will get here in the next few. I'm going to get I'm going to get you a rundown of what's kind of going on. But we're about to select our Topic 2 winner. Our Topic 2 winner is going to win a Under Armour pink, hot pink chin pad. I don't know if it's hot pink. It's more of a lighter pink. Maybe the girlfriend can help me with this pink color. Regardless, it is for pink. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It's the pink chin pad we're giving away from Under Armour. And we're going to be giving away that here in the next few minutes. So if you're watching this right now, you've not entered for the giveaway, here's how you do this. You only have to do this once, and then you're entered for all 5. Well, after this one, we have 4 giveaways remaining. So we've got 11 people that have responded already. The rules is you have to answer the poll survey, answer all the questions, and I need to know your YouTube name on there. And there's just some really common questions that you get, and then you'll be entered. But you have to be present to win. So it says I'm fluctuating from viewers right now. I'm going from like 6 to 7 to 9, even 10 viewers. But you have to be present to win. So when I call your name, you got to say here. You got to say I won. You got to jump up and down and scream that you won. So do all that. Just so I know you got it. And then you've got to get in touch with me on Instagram. And so we can, coordinate and get your stuff sent out to you within the week. I've got, like, if this all works out, I'm going to be giving out, I'm going to be shipping like 5 packages. So, I need all of your information as soon as possible. So if you guys aren't responding, I can't respond back to you. I don't know who you are on Instagram. So I just need to get a hold of me that way. So we're done with Topic 2, increasing your football IQ. I'll just kind of summarize, watch, study film, watch football games on TV, read about football. There's a lot of football literature out there just to kind of learn and just increase your football knowledge. There's just a lot that you can do to benefit yourself. Okay. So let's go ahead and I'm going to do one last response check here. See if anybody else has responded. We've got 11 people that are in here right now. We've already had one winner tonight that won a Nike, his baseball kid 55 won the Nike Hyper Strong pad. All right, so here we go. I'm going to do a random number here. We're doing random numbers from 2 to 12. So we've got plenty of people entered right now. 2 through 12. And our random number is 5. 5 is the random number. Greg Lewis, you have won the Under Armour chin pad. All right, is he in here? Oh, is he in here? Toby, there's no poll question. You've got to answer the poll survey. Oh, wow. These comments. So I'll have a lot of comments to go through here in a minute. But Greg Lewis, you are our winner, and I'm going to hold that there. Hey, Toby, calm down. There are 3 more things to give away tonight. You still have a chance to win this thing. There's 2 more, and there's 3 more items back there that are all up for grabs. We've got plenty of people watching, but Greg Lewis is the winner of our chin pad. So good job. You guys do a really good job. Okay, he's here. So Greg has claimed his chin pad. Make sure just to get in touch with me on Instagram. I know Greg Lewis, he's won a couple of these, at least I know of. So, all right, so here we go. We're on to topic 3. So this one's going to be a fun one. I was listening to a lot of music while I was writing up my I got a huge list of stuff that I write down to kind of go over. But definitely this was the topic that I wrote a full page on. Topic 3. We're looking at, I want to know what, and I asked this question on your guys', I'm going to read comments here in a minute. But topic 3 is, what pregame music genre is your favorite music? What's your favorite music genre to listen to in a pregame setting? Like what gets you pumped up? What gets you going? And I asked you guys in my questions, some of you guys said, like you guys said, everybody here said rap, hip hop, and then we had one person said heavy metal. So I listen to about everything. And I came up with my favorite pregame jams, as I'm going to call them. And these are all ones that I like. And maybe these are, some of these you've probably heard of. Some of these you might not have heard of, and you might want to go take a listen to. Now, the only thing we won't do is, I can't play any of these for you because I don't want to lose anything with, my YouTube. I don't want this to have like a copyright strike on it. But if I literally say the name of the song and I get copyright, if I get copyrighted for this, I'm just going to lose it. But I'm just going to kind of go through my favorite ones. I wrote out 5 per genre. I didn't go through every genre. I put jazz on there. Of course, nobody's going to put jazz. Nobody gets jazz to jazz before you go play football. That just doesn't happen. All right. So I'm going to start with, and these are all going to vary. You've probably heard of these. So let's kind of go through these. I put four topics down, or I put 4 genres down. I put old classic rock. I kind of put them together, and then I put rap and hip hop together. New rock and kind of the 2000s as kind of just a rock mix up there. Basically anything that's come out between the year 2000 to now. And then basically another one, my last one was what I listen to. So we'll go old classic rock first, and then we'll go rap hip hop second. The new rock 2000s mixed third, and then we'll say what I listen to last. And then we'll get to our Q&A session. We will have a winner for topic 3. Topic 3 is going to win. Whoever wins in this session will win a Sports Star pink eye black with a black little pencil marker to be able to write on there. Really neat thing. You'll get 10 of these. You can spread the love with these. So that's what's up for grabs for now. So let's go through the favorite pregame jams of Mr. Football. All right. I'll answer Greg Lewis's problem here in just a second. Anyway, here we go. So I started with, and this one, if you go to a football stadium, you're going to hear some of these songs played. And you talk about older kind of classic music that kind of was around in the 70s, 80s, very popular. You have AC/DC, and probably one of the favorite, most common AC/DC songs you hear in football stadiums is Thunderstruck. It's just it's a 5-minute song of just all guitar riffs. It sounds like it gets you going, and it's one that it sounds good in a stadium. The next one, Guns N' Roses, Welcome to the Jungle. That was a common one that gets played all the time. Rolling Stones, I was really starting to go through some of the older ones, looking through some kind of common things you see played in stadiums. Rolling Stones, Start Me Up is an older song, but it still gets a lot of play in the football stadium. This one's more of a baseball one. Metallica. Metallica was probably I'm not a big music history person, but Metallica comes to mind when you think of a lot of heavy metal early on in the 80s and 90s. I don't even know if they were around in the 80s. I really don't know. I was saying I don't know.
They're like late 80s.
Late 80s, okay. Because I was the whole thing that brought this up, this entire. So I'm listening to music yesterday in the coach's office, and my coach asked what I was listening to, and we always joke that I listen to devil worshiping music, like the hard metal and all this stuff, and it's just a huge joke that we have. But I was saying, I listen to I have like a heavy metal playlist. It's not true heavy metal. It's a lot of hard rock. It's a heavy lifting playlist. You can find this playlist that I have. It's not one that I have, but it's one that I listen to a lot. It's on Amazon Music. If you have Amazon Prime Music, you can listen to it. It's just heavy lifting playlist. I listen to it when I go to the gym sometimes. But Metallica is not on that, and it's an older song. But Enter Sandman is essentially the song. It's famous for playing in baseball, football stadiums. Enter Sandman's one that starts off real slow and then gets more intense as it goes. And then finally, another one that's an older song by a guy that I don't really think produces music anymore. He's more of a reality star, at least was back when I remember hearing about Ozzy Osbourne. But when Ozzy Osbourne didn't have a TV show or nothing, he was producing kind of the early onset of heavy metal with his song Crazy Train. And that song came on yesterday in our stadium's pregame music, and one of our coaches was like, this song is just all about society, of how society is right now. And I was just like, what? I don't get it. Anyway, you guys will probably interject many of your
Greg can't use his thing. Did he just win, Greg?
Yeah, he did.
He can't. He doesn't have the right thing.
Okay, I know.
Okay.
I'm gonna take care of it.
Okay.
So
I was just
yeah, I know.
sure because you hadn't replied.
I'm pretty sure Greg Lewis won something. He might have won that thing earlier because we tried to give that away. I'm gonna have to go back and watch. I don't remember. Greg Lewis is probably the guy to know how many he's won. But I'll get all this sorted out. Let me keep going here. So to kind of run through the old classic rock jams one more time: AC/DC, Thunderstruck, Guns N' Roses, Welcome to the Jungle, Rolling Stones, Start Me Up, Metallica, Enter Sandman, and then Ozzy Osbourne, Crazy Train. All of those would kind of fall into our favorite pregame jams of the old and classic rock genre. These are all of my opinion. You guys may have other opinions or other songs, so interject them as well as you like throughout the comments. Moving on to rap and hip hop. So there's a lot of different ways you could take rap and hip hop music into the football stadium. I prefer to probably listen to rap and hip hop music in my own headphones, just because of it's hard to find songs that are clean. I mean, you can get clean music, but like I listen to a lot of rap in the headphones. It's not really a big thing that sometimes gets played in the football stadium. But some of these I heard in football stadiums, going to Razorback games for many years, and really enjoyed kind of hearing them a second time. But one that I like, and probably a lot of these you may not have heard of, or these are probably ones you might want to go take a listen to. Okay, so I have T.I. T.I. has a song called Bring 'Em Out. and I like that song. It's very upbeat. It's one that got taken off of Amazon Prime for some reason, and I got kind of disappointed because I like to listen to that on the way to work. But Bring 'Em Out is a good one. You know, as kind of like a pregame jam. This one just kind of came up on Amazon Prime one day, and I liked it, and I added it to my playlist of like pregame jams that I have. But it's by the artist Too Short. Too Short with $ as the S. Blow the Whistle is a good one. It's a little older song, but it's not a bad one. I like to listen to that. It's got kind of the slower beat, but it's one that I enjoy. And then whether you like him or not, or love him, Kanye West, I like one of his songs, Power. And you could also put the song Stronger in that category too, but I like Power a lot better. Just by Kanye West. It's just an upbeat song that goes along. And a couple others that go back into some others that wow, get him out of there. Anyway, another one that this one brings back more, and some of these are going to be pregame jams that I listened to when I was in high school or would still listen to today. This is by Akon, and it's by I'm So Paid. The song's called I'm So Paid, and it's got Young Jeezy when he was called Young Jeezy and not Jeezy. And then you have Lil Wayne in there, I believe, too. It's I'm So Paid. And me and my best friend Gary, we listened to that song for many games in a row on my iPod Shuffle that I had. There was, it was 2009. That song was popular. I'd be like, listen to my music. He'd come over and we'd be in the locker room and he'd be like, all right, I want to listen to I'm So Paid. And we'd just like listen to it together. And it was just funny. We listened to that song, but we liked it. And it's just a good upbeat song to listen to as well if you like Akon or Lil Wayne. And then the last one, another one that I heard kind of going into football stadiums before, it's by Jay-Z, and it's On to the Next One. And just kind of on to the next one. It kind of has like a theme to it, like, it's just like football. You play, it's on to the next one, on to the next one. That's kind of the kind of where that goes on through. That's my rap and hip hop list. So we'll go through them one last time if you missed them. We have T.I., Bring 'Em Out, Too Short, Blow the Whistle, Kanye West, Power, Akon, I'm So Paid, and then Jay-Z, On to the Next One. Number 3 is New Rock and our 2000s. These are ones that I like, have heard in stadium. These are a few of these that I listen to inside the headphones to get going. But we have Disturbed, Down with the Sickness. That's one I've listened to for a long time. Sickness. If you take out the middle part of the song where it's like screamo, I'd like to actually eliminate that part because it's just too wild. But overall, the song kind of gets you going. For me, it does. It's like some of these may not get to you. You may have to take a listen to them, and I definitely wouldn't play them. Some of these out loud. Next one is by P.O.D. Pod. I'm not exactly sure how they pronounce their name. I'm not really sure how much they do music anymore, but Boom was a good one. That's one that I can remember hearing a lot and still hear in stadiums today. Another one that I had to research because I didn't know who it sounded like. I didn't know of any of this, but it ended up being this Danish-based band called Volbeat. And if you know them, you probably have a wide range of music that you listen to if you've ever heard of Volbeat. But you've probably heard of their song. You just didn't know who maybe who produced the song. Well, it's Volbeat, and it's a Warrior's Call. So listen to that song. It's by a Danish band. I bought a couple of their CDs. They're really not bad. It's a different kind of style of rock if you enjoy that. But a Warrior's Call is probably their most popular song. Linkin Park, what stinks about Linkin Park is, they made music for so long in the 2000s, and they produced a lot of great music. And unfortunately, their lead singer committed suicide a few months ago, and it's terrible for what it is. But they gave us a lot of music for many years, and hopefully they can still produce the same style of music without their lead singer. That's what I hope, at least. But out of all the Linkin Park songs that are out there, my favorite is Faint. There's some of their early ones that you could say were probably some pretty good ones. There's a lot of songs you could probably replace with Faint if you don't like it. Linkin Park's got to be in there with like the new age rock and 2000 music. And then finally, Limp Bizkit. Some people don't like Limp Bizkit. I don't like a lot of their music, but I like more of some of their popular stuff. But one that I like and listened to early on as a football player was Break Stuff. And that one probably gets me the most jacked out of any song that I listen to on my iPhone. It just Break Stuff. And you can probably guess how the song goes. So basically, my final list, well, I should go my last through these new rock ones. So we started with Down with the Sickness by Disturbed, Boom by POD, A Warrior's Call, Volbeat, Linkin Park, Faint, and then Limp Bizkit, Break Stuff. And I'm not putting these in any order. I'm just kind of listing off 5 for each one. And I'm going to just start off with what I listen to right now. As some of the, and my girlfriend just said some of these are old. And listen, I'm 25 years old. You guys are probably 10, 12, 13 years younger than me, and you probably listen to more modern stuff. But essentially, whenever you go through and listen to music, and we learned this about, especially your parents, they listen to a lot of music that they grew up with. So music that we grew up with is probably a lot different than what you guys listen to right now. And you guys are probably missing, I probably missed a ton of stuff on rap and common music, but I listen to a lot of that stuff, but I don't necessarily care for some of the new stuff that's out there. The only one that I listen to right now that's of any relevance to a new rap artist and is on my what I listen to right now list is J. Cole. I listen to some of his music. No Role Models. I like that song. That's one of the songs I listen to right now quite a bit. Some of the others I listen to, this is an older band that was around in the 90s, Rage Against the Machine, Killing in the Name. I'll listen to that one over the last few weeks. It's been on that heavy lifting playlist. Avenged Sevenfold, Hail to the King. Some of Avenged Sevenfold, I mean, they're metal as you'll get. I like Hail to the King. It's one of their newer songs. That's the devil worshiping music that, as the other coaches I work with call, they listen to country music. I don't know how you can get jacked country music. That's just, anyway. There's another band. I'm not sure how I found out about them, but they're on that, like I said, this playlist that I found. Bring Me to the Horizon, or Bring Me the Horizon. I'm not sure really what style they play. It's a rock metalish kind of style. They remind me a lot of early Linkin Park. I wouldn't say they're like a copy band, but their style is sort of like Linkin Park. So if you like Linkin Park, you might check out Bring Me the Horizon. They have 2 songs that I like. Throne and then Happy Song are pretty good. We have 14 viewers, and that's country goes hard in our locker room. You'd be surprised. We listen to rap, and I don't get it. But every day you can just hear the bass coming from the locker room, and it's just funny. Anyway, and then Skillet. I listened to Skillet. Feel Invincible is a new song that came out, I guess, about 2 years ago from them. I listened to that one. So that's kind of what I listen to right now. Those four, or those five, I should say. Rage Against the Machine, Killing in the Name, Avenged Sevenfold, Hail to the King, Bring Me the Horizon, Throne, Happy Song, Skillet, Feel Invincible, and J. Cole, No Role Models. So we've now reached the end of topic 3, what pregame music. We'll kind of go through eventually and see what you guys were talking about. I probably won't know much of it. I know Drake. Like, I listen to Drake every now and then. George Strait's and Luke Bryan. You can't go wrong with some George Strait. He's been around, and can't go wrong with old George Strait. I haven't listened to any George Strait in a long time though. Yeah, she's laughing over here. What's that cat doing?
I don't know who I don't know these rappers, so
I don't either. I started noticing some of them, and I'm just like,
I might have heard them and just don't know it.
That's true. All right, so let's do this again. So we're gonna do. All right, so we've got. Let me make sure I'm updated on my list here. $13 responses. All right, so we're gonna do numbers 2 through 14, and we've got a great amount of viewers in here. We are giving away several items tonight, so and you do have to be present to win. So that's what's holding us in here right now. We're making you accountable for winning your giveaway because I'm tired of not being able to give away something. Like, I'm giving up my free time for y'all. I'm not gonna go on a rant here, but we gotta win. We gotta take ownership of our winnings. All right, so 2 through 14, random number is 3. Number 3 is Foo Killer. You've just won. All right, you've just won our winning topic number 3. Foo Killer is our winner. He told me today he got his towel in, so that's exciting. You got some more pink gear on your way. So you'll get the Sports Star Eye Black coming your way. And I'm writing these down so I remember. All right, Q&A session. Let's go through, and I'm going to start up at the most. I've seen most of the comments. All right, just kind of go through and see any comments that you guys have or questions. All right. I don't really know what to kind of. All right, so I want to take care of this. Jephatha Ayla said, Mr. Football, I want to give away a while back and never got my stuff, sadly. Do you have any clue what happened to it? You're going to have to remind me what you exactly won. If it was something that never got claimed, then...
Is that not the guy that won last week that we couldn't find a comment from? Is that not the same name?
Maybe.
I haven't seen any comments, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. If you're in here, go ahead and leave a comment. We'll get to it. Frost Teddy Zero says, we got to play in Gillette Stadium last year for the state final. Incredible experience. That's awesome. Getting to be able to play where the Patriots play. Can you show all of your helmets? Possibly in another video. I'm sure you're just seeing the helmets that are up top, but if you go back and watch enough of my videos, you can kind of get a good idea about what I have, but they're all scattered out. Like there's one up there and one back there, but that's And then there's several in the garage that are, you know, that are youth helmets and stuff. So, okay. But we can eventually show that. I've done it before. Got one fishing says, bro, I watched you since elementary. And now I'm in high school. See, that's what's crazy. All right. I've been doing this thing since 2010. And this fall will be year 7. And I used to do like little anniversary videos for, you know, and I would do like giveaways for like 2 and 3 year being on YouTube. Kind of got away from that. Definitely we'll have something this year. You know, I am going to predict and say, and we still haven't got a random spam bot yet that's going to allow us to have another giveaway next week. Just banking on getting another spam bot. If we are on here late enough, we'll get something. But yeah, going back to the UA Reviews days, you know, technically this channel has been around, you know, besides the name change, like we've been going for 7 years this year. So that's exciting. Nothing like getting trap blocked as a 3 technique. My coach bugged on me when I got cracked and never saw it coming. Yeah, you got to have, got to read your key right there. You got to see the guy go down away from you, and if it's easy, it's sleazy, it's about to get trapped. Let's see. So I guess we got some stuff taken care of. Toby says, I watch college, but to be honest, college is better than the NFL. I do agree. I think college is better than the NFL because there are teams in college that straight dominate. And in the NFL, like, yeah, you have teams every year that are going to be consistently good, but everybody's good in the NFL. And it's like, okay, you have good teams every year, you have middle of the road teams every year, and then you have bad teams. And it never changes. Colleges change all the time. And it kind of works in the same way because you have your teams that are always good, like Alabama, Ohio State, Clemson. Like, you can think of a lot of teams that are going to be up there and win 10 or 12 games a year. And then you're going to have middle of the road teams. You're going to have teams that are going to be like 0 and 12. Like, that's just how it goes. But the thing about college is that it all comes back to matchups, like who outmatches who and who makes bigger plays, and anything can happen in college football on any given Saturday. And so that's what's exciting about college because it all comes down to recruiting, and sometimes recruiting gets overlooked and guys are just better athletes in other places. So Mowdy Stoll says, how do I bounce back from a huge injury? I had a compound fracture in both bones and had a rod and 2 screws put in the week of the first game. That's a compound fracture. That's not fun. That means there was bone protruding skin, as gross as that sounds, but that's a rough one. Basically, coming back from something like that is that's tough. But you know, if you've got more eligibility, you definitely got to use the off season to get better. It'll kind of put you behind a little bit, but you know, sticking with it, doing any kind of the physical therapy that you got to do with that kind of an injury is going to be important, and doing the physical therapy through and what's required of you is going to be what's going to help. You helped me look good in football. That got one fishing set. That's funny. Baseball Kid 55 says he listens to Post Malone. I listen to Post Malone every now and then. I like your comment on here. You say it's be polite or I will boot you. This is his live stream. It's his pocket. Yeah. All right. So got to figure out old Greg Lewis's his I guess what he needs for a giveaway. Since you want it, you know, if you don't have like a hard cup, I mean, like you can use it, but it's truly, and I've used them for soft cup chin straps, but it's probably better to use it for a hard cup just because it fits better and it's more or less useful. I don't know.
You can swap it.
How?
For one of the other ones.
Well, what's left is the 2 battle mouth guards. So, Greg Lewis, if you're in here, you get your choice. You can either, there's the 2 oxygen battle mouth guards. You pick your choice. And what we'll do is he'll get that, and then we'll put this one back in the rotation. So they're both gold. You have the Predator mouth guard, which actually costs a little bit more, but I don't know why it's the same mouth guard.
Because it's cool. Because
it's cool, and I purposely got the gold ones, just because like I think of like the playoffs. You're pushing for gold. You want to go win. You want to go win the gold. You want to go win a championship. So kind of we're gonna have a theme for the playoffs going. Like go take the gold. So we're giving away gold stuff. All right. So go take the gold. So whichever one you want, it's yours. All right. So, okay. So I've never been to an NFL stadium. Probably the closest NFL stadium I could have went to would have been St. Louis, but the Rams, they left for Los Angeles, so I'm not ever going to get to see the Rams play probably, unless they play the Chiefs or something. But good to go to Dallas. Dallas would be an exciting place to go. Dallas is about 10 hours away, maybe a little less than that, but seeing the Cowboys play would probably be an NFL stadium I could go to. So I've seen some of these. All right, so some of your guys' things you listen to, like the pregame music. Remember, we're in topic 4 right now, answering your guys' questions. So some of your guys' pregame music. Toby says Lil Pump. I've never heard of Lil Pump. I've not. My girlfriend says The Weeknd and Drake. We listen to The Weeknd and Drake quite a bit. Lil Uzi. I do listen to some Lil Uzi every now and then, but I've heard of, like, it comes on like the top hip hop music station I listen to. Baseball Kid 55 says Drake. We talked about country going hard in Mouty's locker room. All right, Frost Teddy 0, Smoke Perp, Famous Dick Scope.
I know. I'm like, I gotta go look them up.
Did you? Because I want to know. And that's all right. Toby says Migos. I listen to Migos. I listen to Logic. I like some of the Logic stuff. But yeah, these are all. I've not heard of Lil Pump. I really haven't, and it doesn't. But the thing is like it doesn't come on to like what I listen to. That's funny. So what? Greg Lewis, what do you? Which battle mouth guard you want? We need to go ahead and figure that out.
He already said.
Oh, we did.
The Predator.
Predator. Okay, I must have missed that one. Okay, got it down. Okay, so we're going on to topic 4. If you guys have any questions, I was gonna make fun of some comments that I've gotten, and we may just kind of look at these. I'm not going to really show anything. I'm just going to read them off. But I get one 5 days ago. Okay, and this is the one video that I probably get all of the traffic to because it's the gold Battle Sports backplate, the giveaway that lasted for months. And I finally gave it away when I started back as Mr. Football back in June. But I had someone write, Mr. Football, you think I can get that back plates? I'm a running back and I need it because my want to get me one. Grammar. It's too bad that the gold back plate's already been given away because everybody still wants it. I get really random ones like, can I get one? Chaz, I don't know what that means. Get a lot of suggestions. We have a suggestion box, and I read the suggestions. Okay, so here's a good one. This is the same Battle Sports video. Please, man, please, I need it so I don't have to go to the hospital. If you have to go to the hospital because you don't have a back plate, you need to get out of football. That's not. Yeah. Oh man. I get a comment from a video that was posted 5 years ago, and someone wrote, "How thick would you say these are? I need them for walking boots." That was for some Under Armour socks that I reviewed a long time ago. How thick would you say these are? You can't. I doubt you could find those socks because they come out with new socks every year. Someone wrote on my Youth Football 101 youth helmet video, can I have the Riddle? They said Riddle, not Riddell. Riddle. Can I have the Riddle? I have more can I haves than you wouldn't believe. And some people, some people just want suggestions. They want to know stuff. Someone said dumb on a question. I just wrote dumb comment back. I try to get, I don't think you were around to comment on that one. You probably could have. Okay, if you say something negative, it's not going to be me that writes back. She does all the roasting. I don't. She could tear you guys down.
It's just because they were mean first.
That's all there was. I get another question. If you don't need that rib protector, can I have it? I see a lot of you guys that are always on here. I've been watching you since you had YouTube. Can I have one? No, you can't. Can I get the back plate, please? I get so tired of the back plate video, but you know what? I'm gonna keep it up. Can I has back plate? I'm a big fan. These are funny. All right, I'm not gonna make fun of any more people. It's just it's funny. I've not done the review on the hand warmer yet. But yes, and Greg did say the right thing. The back plate video was huge. So probably going to give another one away just for you guys that are in here and you guys 11 viewers that have been around. There's going to be another battle backplate video or another, and it's going to be a big one. So we're going to put it out there for views. We're not going to put it out there for, and I will say that you guys will probably have a good shot because we'll give it away in this setting. We won't do it like how I used to do it. So that's how we're going to do it. So let's go ahead and give away a topic 4 Q&A session. Let's go ahead and give away the Under Armour chin pad again. We've got 2 giveaway items left. We've got this. We're saving this one for last. But we are giving away the chin pad right now. So let's do this. Let's see if we got any more people that are entered. If you have not entered, you have to answer the poll question survey. There's about 4 questions on there. You got to put your YouTube name so I can keep up with who's done this. So we're getting a lot of good responses. We're up to 15 responses from you guys, and that's an amazing set. It's been one of our better live streams in a long time. But we're doing random numbers 2 through 16 now. Yep, 2 through 16. It looks like we might have someone else coming in, so we're going to refresh it one last time. Answer those questions. Yep, we'll go with that. Okay, so we're doing numbers 2 through 16. Here we go. 4 is our random number, and 4 is Jalen Ostrowski. I've not seen him comment. Jalen, time to come out. Where are you? Say here. If he might have put in his actual name. I don't know.
What's your username, Jalen?
What's your username? Jalen Ostrowski. He boy skates still. He's in here. You've not missed. You've missed quite a bit, but you know there's still some giveaways. Okay.
Right. He's got a solid minute to claim it if he's in here.
If you're in here, you got a minute. You better be typing now, because otherwise I'm moving on. And this is why I have the rule. You have to be present to win. Like, you've got to say here when I call your name when it's time. And this is how, and for those 13 viewers that are in here, this is how I keep you in here. So you want the prize. You don't get to come back later and say, oh, I won, but I wasn't there. I missed it 2 days ago. No. Tired of it. Andrews, while we're waiting, Andrew Williamson says, best kind of helmet in your opinion? I like all Riddell helmets. I think they make the best helmet. Of the Riddell helmets, I like the Speed Flex. Toby said if they don't answer, do the random number. Yeah, well, we're looking.
All right.
I think we're just gonna have to do the next one.
Timer's on.
Is it?
He's got like 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Okay.
Say it again,
all right. Hey, this is a last call for Jalen Ostrowski. This is the last call. You know, we're sorry if you missed this, but we are gonna move on. If you don't answer here in the next few seconds. It's minutes up. All right. We're gonna have to move on. All right, so let's pick another random number. I've kept track with everybody that's kind of won something already. So you can't win a second time, unfortunately. It's just kind of how we're going to spread the wealth around. So here we go. Random number. We haven't not changing the number scheme, but our number is 14 is our random number. And 14 is Toby. I'm not going to be able to say your last name. Toby is our, and it's probably better that way. So Toby, come forth. I know you've just been commenting. He's on here. And he just won our Under Armour chin pad in pink for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Still got plenty of time to wear the pink gear. Yep, there he is. All right, just get in touch with me on Instagram. And hopefully you guys are already getting in touch with me on Instagram. You know, there's you may have to follow me. If you follow me and I kind of recognize you, I'll be able to get on there and I'll be able to see what you've commented and or tried to, you know, get in touch with me through direct message. That's the easiest way. Yeah, so get in touch with me as quickly as you can through that. All right, so do I have to since you already have it? What does that mean?
He's won before.
Oh, just for the sake of doing it, just like comment on, just like direct message me and just be like, hey, I'm here. This, like, I'll be able to see. I know your name's on there. Actually, I think I see it right now, but just go ahead and remind me, give me a notification, because notifications help me. And that's the sake of me remembering is probably it's better if you remind me. That's the honest truth. You should message me again. And it's okay to bug the crap out of me. Like, not to the point where it's annoying, but to the point where I remember. Okay, so we're on our very last topic. I hope we haven't lost any steam going into the last topic. And I didn't really have a whole lot for topic 5, but it's just basically our end of the season goals. And this kind of goes back to our very first topic we had tonight. But I wrote down topic 5, what is our end of season goals? And this is just kind of for, I know that I had a question in your guys' survey to kind of answer about it. And we'll kind of go through some of your guys' responses on there. You don't have to reset. You don't have to retype them or something. We'll kind of give you the shout out and just kind of what goes on, but what goes through. But I don't know what I said. I had a jumbled mess of words that just came out. I don't know what just happened. We're going to start over. Here we go. Topic 5, end of season goals. This kind of goes back to topic 1 where we talked about, staying the course through the season, depending on, things that have changed, making the final push to get through the end of the season. It's a tough road through the football season, but what's crazy is, like, my team's only guaranteed 3 more games, Friday night games at least. And then after that, our season ends and the off season starts up. And so there's, a lot of end of season goals that what?
I was trying to figure out where the camera was.
Yeah, if you put your hand out in front of where the bookcase is, you can easily.
Sorry, my bad.
No, you're fine. But probably your goals will change, and that's okay. That's one thing that I want to tell you guys about. You're gonna have goals that you probably set for yourself, but those goals will kind of change. So it's okay to change and adapt your goals to how your season's going. If you thought that you're gonna score all these touchdowns and maybe it hadn't worked out that way, well, you still could score a lot of touchdowns. Anything can happen, but sometimes you have to be realistic about some of these goals. Team goals, as far as what could be, a team goal can change a lot throughout the season. At one point we were 0-2 and we didn't know if we were going to win a game, and then we won a couple in a row and we started feeling good about ourselves, and then we kind of lost 3 in a row right here, and now we're kind of adjusting our goals to what we need to finish with this season. And tap through the case that, and this always happens with football. Football season takes forever to get here because the off season is so long. And if you don't have, and you have some football in between, but it's nothing like actually playing the game. And that you guys that are in it right now, it goes fast. Like, they happen fast. And when you get out of the game and you become a coach, it even goes even faster. But then the off season speeds up because then we're just like, the season ends, you start the lifting program. I'll do another sport in the spring. I'll be doing baseball and coaching baseball throughout the spring. And then all of a sudden, spring football will come up. And then we'll be back in workouts, and then we'll start in August again. And it's just a continuous cycle, but it goes fast. And the fact that we have 3 games guaranteed left on our season, we have a total of 8 games that will be played in the next 3 weeks, which is a lot of games to get in, with usually 2 days rest in between all those games. And it's a daily grind from 6 o'clock in the morning. Well, I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and don't get to bed till 9, 10 o'clock, sometimes 11 if it's a late game. And it is a daily grind. And even in my weekend, I take Saturday off now. Only thing I do is Saturday is I upload our film, get it shared on Huddle, and then Sunday I do all my game planning stuff for the week. So that's kind of where we're at, but it is important to change your goals. I'm changing my goals weekly, just to kind of adapt to my season. It's not a bad thing to change and adapt your goals, because you have to adapt to what's going on around you as a football player and coach. That's just kind of how it goes. So I'll just kind of shout you guys out. Toby, who won our fourth thing, he's our fourth giveaway topic. He said his team went to the championship last year but lost. That's a definite goal that a lot of teams have in mind, is to get to the final game, and it doesn't happen very often. So you have to take care of every advantage you get. Says we went to the chip 3 years ago and won, and want to win again. So there's some definite cat. I'm trying to see if she comes up on the sound meter.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I think the cat decided it's time for the last giveaway winner. So we've had a lot of topics tonight. I really enjoyed doing this style of giveaway. We've given away 5 things tonight, and that's an incredible amount of things that we've given away. But you guys got to get in touch with me about getting the stuff out to you pretty quickly, because I can get it out pretty fast, but you guys got to get in touch with me. Okay, so here. Huh?
Before you do that, can you talk about snapping the ball?
Snapping the football. Yes. So what exactly did we need to know? Just talk about snapping it in general. My whole thing with snapping the football, whether it's under center or in the shotgun snap, you have to have what I teach is you have to have a great it all starts with your stance. If your butt's too high in your stance, if your butt's too low, there's some kind of things that play into the stance part of it, about how high you are. And then as far as the way you snap it, there are a lot of ways you can snap the football. There's some people that do a bear claw snap. I've taught that before, where you take the point of the football and you have it out there, and then you just kind of snap it back like that. It's more of some coaches prefer the ball to not have any flight. So whenever you do a shotgun snap with a bear claw snap, the ball just kind of floats back there. And then others want that quick shotgun snap, so it's more of a spiral through your legs. And those are all, some different ways. I don't have as much experience doing the under center snap as I probably would be personal about, because I've worked for more. This is my first under center team that I've ever been with. The previous team that I went, we were all shotgun. As a coach, I've always done shotgun, pistol, quarterback, center alignments, and then I have done a little under center, but I actually kind of prefer shotgun, even though there is a lot of risk reward to that style. I've had kids get the ball snapped over their head, and it's a drive killer. And I'm sure that's kind of what you're talking about, is, you probably had some bad snaps. We can probably, I say that, I'll do all these videos, but we've got to get to the off season here, where I can start to look at, different things, how we can do videos. But I think that'd be a good idea to make a video about snapping football. You can look up a lot of stuff, but you probably want to hear it from me. As far as, I'm an offensive line coach, so it's kind of what I deal with. You don't always, coach the snap every day, but you try to correct it as much as you can as you go. So we've had a very good, turnout tonight. I kind of want to see my stats before we get off here, just on kind of how we've been doing this. But this is exciting. We've had a lot of good stuff tonight. We had 14 viewers at one point. You guys have watched a total, everybody in here has watched a total of 14 hours of this live stream. So that's
time to end.
That, well, yeah, that means it's those 14 have at least watched an hour. So you guys did well tonight. Very proud of you guys for being in here. So we're going to go ahead and give away the very last thing tonight, which will be the Battle Oxygen mouth guard. Going to be giving that away. It's the gold, the very standard gold oxygen strap mouth guard. So let's do this thing. The very last one for the night, and then we're going to go ahead and call it off. Okay. So we're doing numbers 2 through 17. Had a late one here added. All right. So here we go. 13 is our random number. And 13 is got one fishing. Got one fishing. Are you out there? Are you there? Yeah, so if you guys, she probably does more reminding of me to do stuff than anything. I remind her of things, but you know, for this stuff, like that's important. Teamwork. That's the best thing about having this channel is you have someone to keep you accountable. You have someone to throw ideas at the wall and bounce ideas off the wall instead of me just throwing ideas at my wall and just kind of going with it. Because she's been definitely a person that's helped out. There he is, got one fishing. So get in touch with me on Instagram. We'll get in touch and get your information. So that wraps up everything tonight. This was a very exciting giveaway. We're going to be doing this again next weekend. So we are excited about the growth of this channel. We've got a lot going on here in the next few weeks. There's more to come with all this. So hopefully you guys there's more to come. So be checking back next week. Maybe another time we'll do another giveaway like this. We didn't have no spams. We didn't get to give away another thing like next week, but you never know. We did. Okay. I will say we did have some foul language earlier. We might have to count that as that one guy.
I tried to trigger a spam bot.
How'd you do that?
I tried. You do like a exclamation point and then like a word, and it didn't trigger it. I tried.
Okay. Well, we'll see how next week goes. I usually try to find something. Here lately, I've been going on eBay and getting these mouth guards for you guys. So, you know, getting them fresh. You know, we'll see what we give away next week. Thank you all. Thank you guys. I play the Outlaws on Friday Night Tykes. Really? That's funny. That team. Okay, you know, I've told you about Friday Night Tykes. It's like the reality show for little kids, like the youth football in Texas. Like it's crazy.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a neat thing. I wish I could play them. Or if I had a youth team, I'd try to beat the crap out of them.
Well, he says he plays on that team. So you're talking about
wait.
the crap out of
he plays on the Outlaws. Yeah. Oh. Good for you. That's exciting.
That's cool.
That's cool. That's neat. Definitely check out some Friday Night Tykes. We're gonna have to watch that now and look for Andrew. We're gonna have to look for that. That's exciting. All right. So thank you guys so much. We've given away a lot of stuff tonight. Thank you guys so much. We'll be in here next week, same time, same place. We'll see you again. Hope you all have a good rest of your week, and we'll see you guys next time. See ya. Bye.